Oh, I'm live. Now how to get the message out that I'm live. I can't see a dang thing here. Oh, logistics. I don't know if I got anybody on here yet.
Just a minute. YouTube. It says you're live. There's a little red dot with two quotations around it.
Yeah.
I click on you, and it says live now.
I have a little bit of a delay.
It sounds awful.
Well, that's because you're feeding back through this. We've got a feedback loop going. It'll sound different if you have
I turned it on.
your ears on.
It says two watching now. I don't know who the other one is there.
No, maybe me. Oh, we'll just go ahead and see if people drop in. Who knows? So this thing's been sitting on the wall for 4 years. And it's in rough shape. Well, not really. It's just been neglected for 4 years. So we're going to change the strings. Get it cleaned up a little bit. Get the goo off of it. Oh my goodness. It's disgusting. 4 years, hanging on a wall in a house with wood heat. I'm gonna have to keep moving things around into the camera view here. Normally I check the neck relief right away, but these strings are so corroded and yuck. Hey, there's a J Dockrell that says, hey, who signed in as me? Who's calling themselves me? How's it going? I'm just getting my strings off my guitar here and cleaning it up. It's been 4 years since I've been playing it, so a better looking version of me. The bar's not set too high. I need a good cleaner. Going to put anything on the body to clean it up? Yes, I am. It's filthy. It's been sitting in a wood stove heated house for 4 years, neglected. All I can find is citrus clean right now. I want something a bit milder. Oh, here we go. I am going to try Murphy's oil soap because it's gentle and easy on wood. And if that doesn't clean it up enough, I will use white gas, lighter fluid. And a soft brush. white gas and camp stove fuel and naphtha are all the same thing. And I'm going to have to clean the frets up as I go along here too. It certainly is gungy. Oh, my daughter's there. Hey, Sarah. How are you? A little baby bear. How are you feeling with your strep throat, honey? Good. Just making some food. Finish bringing the wood in. Well, I got wood I can get brought in here if you want to come and give me a hand. You still have a bit of a temperature. Well, you take care. Had the kids outside for a while. Seamus was kicking the ball around. Oh, that J. Dockrell. Okay.
You just figured it
I just figured it out. I'm a little bit doty there, but my son. Yeah, good day to have the kids out. We just came in from a walk with our fur baby. As fast as we walk, you can't call it exercise. Yeah, we still got a birthday present here for Karina, birthday and Easter. We thought about sending it by mail.
this happened.
When things settle down, we will visit. That'd be awesome. Right now, we're staying away from people. We were into town there a couple of times, and now we got a little bit of a scratchy throat. And I've been feeling listless the last while, but we figured it out that it was my blood pressure medication was messing with me. So we're fairly confident, but we're not taking any chances. But Josiah, you'll be happy to know that I've been reading up on my camera and I figured out a couple of things. So I'm learning. I've been watching the Potato Jets channel. That guy's got a ridiculous amount of cameras, but he's a Canon fan. He's got me jonesing for maybe an M50 or an SL2. No, I don't take the hardware off. So what do you think about the M50 and the SL2? What do you think of mirrorless cameras to start with? SL is a good lineup. I got AC for my Mark IV. You need a job you can do from home? Sure can, Sarah. Sure do. I don't know what that entails, though. Yeah, that's got most of the major gunge off of it. So I'm going to switch over to Dunlop 65. And the only reason I use that is because it's the cheapest one I can get at the guitar store. Video or game streaming? Actually, game streaming, I heard, has been one of the things that have been really catching on. Sony has the better ones. Have to apply for emergency fund April 1st. Hey, Kevin. How's it going? I'm glad you could join us. Just farting around with my guitar here. And my kids are the only ones that showed up so far, supporting their old man for that big AdSense dollars. This keeps up, I could be 100 air someday. Kevin does some really good work on his channel. And he has two of them, actually. Making Sawdust and Hope This Works, that I follow. Definitely worth a check out. And he does a live update, every Sunday, Kevin? Of course, I only watch his live updates to see how Nora's doing. 700 likes on your art. Oh, neat. There's a channel called Make It Soph, SOPH, and she does lots of work with kids and that with art, mostly on Instagram. And she does some really nice stuff. She's Welsh. Oh, Kevin, thank you very much. I didn't even know I could get super chats. $3. Nora the Dragon says hello, Jim. Hello, Nora. How's the puppy? Okay, I got to do something about these frets because they're disgusting. A super sticker. I'm not technologically advanced to know how that works, but I thank you. Kevin sent me the world's smallest cutting board. And the last time I seen it, my wife was disappearing with it. She claimed it.
No, it was right here, so I don't know where it went. I think you had to have taken it because it's not where I left it.
Did I steal it back? Might be beside my bed. Maybe if I stole it back.
Well, I did have it hanging with the calendar.
Well, I had to be sneakier than you, which is hard to do.
Don't see it. Not a clue what you did with it.
You staying isolated, Kevin?
Well, I got money.
Oh, Martin. Oh, now I'm jealous. That's Dave from Almost Homestead. So what I've got here is a Dremel and a bit of very fine rubbing compound. The lowest speed. And that gets the crap right off of it. I've got everything kind of jury-rigged here, so things are in the way. Actually, I've got this camera hanging from the light in the kitchen. You get a bit more speed there. I think a little bit of fret bunch there that I'm going to have to take care of someday. Not today, though. Let me see what's going. I made isolated popular before isolation was a thing. Yeah, we had to go out and do some groceries and had to go to the drugstore and pick up a few things. So right now we're really getting strict on our being away from people for the next couple of weeks. We found out there was a case in our town, March 14th. We found out yesterday. What's the difference on these showing up? There's the old, and there's the clean. Hi, Miles' mom. I'm on the big screen now, am I? How's the quality of the picture? Is it coming in at 720? McCoy, Oak Hill Farm. More people I follow. Good afternoon. How are you? Glad you popped in. I'm only glancing at the chat here and there, so I'll try to keep caught up. Well, my poor old neglected guitar. I guess it's just like, you know, the mechanic whose car runs like crap, or the body man whose car is all rusted out. You never take the time to work on your own.
London gas prices plummet to the lowest level in a decade.
Well, there's the silver lining in the cloud.
That's London, Ontario.
Dave. How's it going, Dave? Or is it Amanda? Of course, no job gets done without magic elixir. Am I doing all my guitars? Maybe eventually, not today though. I'm just getting this one done today. I haven't been doing too much for the last while because I just figured out that my blood pressure medications have been messing with me. I was wondering why I was all listless and spinny and no ambition or drive. Well, I stopped taking them a couple of days ago. I got a new prescription. But just in a day and a half, I feel better already. If you're doing this with a Dremel, you don't want to let the heat build up on the fret. You don't have to get all crazy with it. Hair on the top of my head. Yeah, I've never had a problem with that. I got hair where I don't want it anymore. Why somebody figured out you needed so much in your ears and your nose, I don't know. Get the weed whacker out every now and then. I figure if I ever go bald, I'd just start combing my eyebrows over. Oh, the hair's actually got cut. And the beard is gone. That makes Sally, my wife, very happy. Yeah, Dave, we've got the clan in. Nice to have all the support from the family. Semper Idem, our family motto. Always the same. Which probably explains all the old jokes that I tell. This is kind of the tedious part of it. Only a few more to do. Now they're getting easier. These frets don't get used much. There's no money up here. Is that the guitar you're bringing up here for the fireside jams? Maybe, Dave. Maybe this one. It may be my 12 string. I'm sorry for the camera swinging there. Like I said, I just got it hanging on the swag lamp in the kitchen with a clothespin. We improvised. That's that done. Oh, I hear some people complaining about, oh, those buffs. How can you clean anything with such a dirty buff? Well, they're clean. And if you ever worked in a body shop doing cars, you should see the buffs they used to clean your paint with. They black too. So now we got to nourish the board. Right from the laxative department. Some people swear by other things. So you got to get lemon oil from the guitar shop. Well, lemon oil is mineral oil with some lemon scent in it. And if you really think about it, lemons don't make oil, they make juice. And citric juice is really good at taking the grease and oil off of things, and you don't want to take the oil off of your, it would dry out your board if you use lemon juice. Heck, they put real lemons in dishwashing soap. So let me get a towel here. And that's about as long as you keep it on there. So yeah, they use lemon juice to take the grease off your dishes. You definitely don't want to take the oils off. And the thing you just want to do is fill up the pores so it stops water going in and out, drying up and cracking the board. And there's nothing wrong with that. If the camera will focus. A bottle like that size, that's 250 ml. That'll probably do the guitars for the rest of my life. Oh, one thing I forgot. As we'll do that too. They say keep it hydrated, but that's kind of a misnomer, because hydrated kind of says water. It's not water we're looking at. Cutting boards, yes, cutting boards, perfect for cutting boards. Food safe. That and beeswax. Guaranteed safe. Now, if I can figure out what I did with the strings. I'm using D'Addario. Is that right side up, upside down? Phosphor bronze. And they are, what's the gauge on these? 12 to 53. And the reason I use D'Addarios is because they're ubiquitous. They're like cockroaches, you know. The end of the world comes, you'll always be able to find D'Addario strings. Great scissors those are. Was going to try to switch camera views to the computer too, but we do not have the technology. Well, we probably do, but I don't. I think this is only the second live stream I've ever done, so. But under the circumstances. So I always keep my string pins in the same order so they go back into the same hole. And I just put a little bit of a bend in there. And for stringing, so my E string has to go here. So what I do is I stretch the string out and I go to the next one. When you have 3 aside, put a little kink in it. Get it through the hole, right up to the kink. Get that out of the way. And a little bit of tension on there. The first wrap goes over top of that tag end. I bend it up, and I should get the next 2 underneath it. It should give me 3 wraps, or very close to it. And there's 3. So again, go to the next one, kink. Through to the kink. First one, I'll wrap goes over top. So now, because this tag end is between the 2 wraps, as it tightens up, the wraps will squeeze together and grab that. And we'll continue to hold it tighter. So no fancy knots, no messing about. And of course, for this one here, you just grab it there and bring it back 1, and that tells you where. Your thinner strings, you don't need quite as long of a distance because they just naturally, with a smaller diameter, wrap more. So you don't have to be so pedantic about it. It works, Dave. Oh my goodness, we got 2 Daves in here now. Yeah, it's just less complicated that way, especially if you're playing on a live stage and you break a string and have to change it in a hurry. And I do the same with acoustics and electrics, except when I have 6 on one side, I go 2 posts past and do the little kink thing. And you know, it never hurts getting a little kinky now and then. Come on, fingers. Oh, sip of coffee. Tune it up. I use these cheap little snark tuners. They work fine. Unless the battery's dead, of course. How many people recognize that brand name and what came in it? Slipped a little bit. I'm not too worried about getting it perfectly in tune. I'll stretch the strings a little bit. Yeah, the cassette tapes came in it. TDK cassette tapes. Way back when I DJ'd in Sudbury, the TDK representative came by and laid that on me. So that's going back 30 years. Maybe 35 years. Cool. Now we go into the setup mode. Capo. First fret. And where did my eyeballs go? Well, I know I brought them in here somewhere. Okay, where did I put them? Oh, there they are. These things are great. So, automotive feeler gauges. I'm going to look for the 12th thou, which is 0.305 millimeter. So I'm going to fret here at the body, 14th fret usually, and check it about the 6th fret. Oh, and it's nice. So I don't need to do a neck adjustment on it. It stayed pretty good for an old girl. So the relief in the neck, and that's just how much lower it is here than on the ends. They have to go like that a little bit. And that depends on the player. You got people like Jeff Beck and they have like no relief whatsoever. But 10 to 12 is a pretty good. Now that that's all done, now we can cut the strings off. Last thing always is to cut the strings off, because if you ever have to take a string off for any reason, trying to get it put back in there when it's all short is a real pain in the butt. And I'm not even going to bother with the string height or the intonation, because that's more complex on an acoustic than I want to get into right now. Get the tuner back on there. It still looks pretty good. Sounds good. This one always, it's a Simon & Patrick made in Canada, and it always sounds best with new strings on it. It's kind of a dark sounding guitar. Yeah, I already got nabbed playing Desperado by the Eagles with a copyright infringement, so. And they didn't like that. They took my video right down. I really like Don Henley's music, but I guess he needed the money. I'm going to see if I can switch cameras here. This ends abruptly. No, I can't by the looks of it. I don't see anywhere where I can switch cameras to the other one. There we are. Hope Blue Rodeo doesn't mind me playing a bit of their tune. Oh, it's hurting my fingers already. Like I said, it's been 4 years since I played, so I guess I got to get back in shape. I just can't get a good view there, can I? I can't remember how it goes. All right, enough butchering other people's music. That was a quick string change and cleanup on my neglected guitar. Oh, yeah, I got the guitar on top of the wire now. All right. Any questions, class? Sounds like it has a really cool flanger or phaser effect on it. Just might be the microphone in my camera. Well, she still could use a little bit of cleaning, but it's a lot better than it was. Just 1 second. That one is my Simon and Patrick 12-string. You can see where the two different pieces of wood meet there. But this color here was the same color my guitar was when I bought it. Can I get them two together? Not really well. So yeah, it's darkened up over time. Just had to run out the front door for a second. Did you see my question about pulling on the strings? I may have missed your answer. Yes, I do stretch my strings. Can I get the camera in its position where you can see it? God, everything's all cattywampus when you're doing it. So yeah, I fret and I pull it up and I work my way down the fretboard, pulling the strings up a little bit. Sorry about the camera movement. I do stretch my strings. More so on the wound strings than the thin strings. If you stretch your thin strings too much, you can break them. So yes, I do stretch the strings. But half an hour of playing usually does a pretty good job of stretching your strings out too. I don't think my fingers can handle a half hour of playing. But it really does help. That should sound pretty neat with the camera sitting right on the body of the guitar. Okay, I guess that's the end of it today. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Is there anything else you needed to know? Well, there's the light that I was hanging the camera off of. I've got to find my mouse. Okay, thanks for dropping by, everybody. Peace out.